This is the FIRPTA form. Okay. Just a quick comment about FIRPTA. I've had this situation come up a couple of times, and it's kind of disturbing. And I think Sheila, I talked to Sheila about this. You guys do it the right way in this office, okay? But just in case anybody has misconceptions about this, had a situation where an agent, a listing agent, obviously gave the FIRPTA form to the selling agent, who gave it to the buyer. The buyer actually used the social security number of the sellers to open credit cards and basically conduct fraudulent activity. The seller was livid. How can the VRE require that I give my social security information to the buyer? Now they're using it for improper means. What the agent failed to realize is down here. There is a requirement to fill this form out. There's absolutely no question about that. It's required. But you can use a qualified substitute. What's a qualified substitute? Escrow title. Perfect examples. Those qualified substitutes can send a declaration to the buyer and his agent saying that we have the complete form in our office. That way, there is no exchange of information between buyer and seller in terms of social security numbers. There isn't. Okay? That needs to be brought to the attention of your clients. If you're not telling them that information, if you're just telling them, hey, fill out your social security number, I'm going to take it to the other side, we have to do it, you're not giving them the entire picture. Because your client needs to know that there's another way around it. And it's really no sweat off the back of escrow and title to do it, because it's a simple declaration. We have the form. Either you have it or you don't have it, right? You just keep it in the file with a regular course of business. So there isn't an issue with them doing it, really. Okay, some escrow companies say, no, we're not going to take on that liability. What liability? All you're saying is that we have the form. Do you have it? I mean, it's black and white, right? So I don't buy that whole thing that escrow says we're not going to do that. Be aware of this. You can use a qualified substitute. You don't have to give your client's information to the buying side. Because something like using their credit for fraudulent purposes can happen. It will. Document that escrow has received it, and then escrow has to provide the other side with a declaration saying we have it in our office, a completed form. That's all that is required. Okay? Qualified substitute. Because here's what happens: if you don't fill out this form, the buyer has to withhold
3.5%
from the seller, right? Because this is talking about foreign purchasers.
So if you put the last 4 digits of their social security number on there, have them fill it out, go ahead and provide it to the buyer to sign, provide that to escrow. Escrow has their social security information, and it's not going anywhere but to escrow. Nobody sees it, nobody signs it, escrow has it. But the buyer has signed the form.
Well, this is why this is why CAR added this section, and this is why the statute changed, is because of that issue. Identity theft. They figured out, well, these people are doing bad things with each other's credit score, with each other's social security numbers. So they added that qualified substitute provision in order to avoid that. And it should be brought, my point is it should be brought to the attention of your client. You shouldn't tell your client, go ahead and fill it out, we have to do it anyway. Yes, you do have to do it, but there's an alternative, which is a qualified substitute. Okay? Some agents don't know that.